Local author Jennifer Novotney has a book out called Winter in the Soul. It's won the Moonbeam Children's Book Award and has been in Amazon's top 50 bestseller list for young adult fantasy twice. I sat down with the MMI teacher to talk about Winter in the Soul. So Children's Book Award, but adults gravitating to this book. What do you think it is about it?
I think maybe because it's a simple story and, a lot of the books now, like some of the ones, that are being turned into movies have a lot of violence or a lot of action, and mine does have action, but it's very clean. So it's kind of universal truths that everyone can relate to. So I think that's why they're drawn to it.
Let's talk about the story a little bit. If you're going to hook people into what is the story about?
Well, it's a totally different world. There's no technology, there's no cars, anything like that. And there's different towns that represent the different seasons. So the main character lives in spring, and she's never left before. And so her father takes her on a trip to go to the summer harvest, which is the summer town. And there she meets a boy, and she has this gold locket, and her locket gets stolen. And together with this boy, Talon, they travel to the town of Winter, which is Winter in the Soul. And it's been strictly forbidden to go there. So it's kind of all the adventures that they find.
First chapter will get you, like I said, hooked because you're introduced to a lot of people and there seems to be two big finds. You find a locket, you find out about a book about Winter in the Soul as well. So very dense first chapter.
Yes, yeah. I think that fantasy has to be like that to really hook you. I think it's hard. It was hard to get all that information in the first chapter, I would say, and it took a lot of revisions to do that. But you really want to capture the essence of the world in that first chapter to hook the readers.
How have your students responded to this? Do they know about it? What are their thoughts on all this?
They're really excited. I teach creative writing at MMI, so I think those students really appreciate that I'm actually a published author and know the whole process of it. And I honestly think they trust me a little more now with it instead of me just telling them how it is. They really know that I know the publishing world. So yeah, I think they're really excited.
Where did this story come from? I mean, was this a long time in the making you had this idea? What kind of inspired the story Winter in the Soul? And that is a series.
Actually, I wanted to go into a PhD program for creative writing. This is when I was teaching at Misericordia. And I just started writing. They needed 30 pages to kind of get a sample of what I wanted to do in the program. And this story just came out. The character came out, everything. And it really wasn't planned. It just came from my imagination. So that's how it started.
And as I said, it is a series. The second book you said is coming out this summer. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Sure. It's called Infinite Spring, and it basically picks up where the first book left off. And she's the main character, Lilica, is in Winter in the Soul, and there's a darkness overtaking their land, so it's up to her to fight this darkness. So she gets into a lot of different situations where she has to kind of be clever, and she's really independent, a little more independent in the second book.
Jennifer Novotney is married to Tim Novotney, who works here at SSPTV, and that sweet book trailer you saw in the interview was created by him. Winter in the Soul is available anywhere you can buy electronic books and will be available in print this January.